Hello and welcome to the Fish Tank. This is the last episode of Series 4, so it's episode 40 as I say. And we've been going for 9 months down the Fish Tank, so if the first ever edition of the Fish Tank drove you that wild with desire that you actually had sex with someone, you could have had your baby by now. So there you go, that's something to think about for you. So it's time for Apology of the Week. And this week I'd like to apologise to swimmers in general. Because in an episode a few weeks ago I referred to swimmers as all being a bunch of alcoholics. So I apologise to you swimmers, because a swimmer actually wrote me a letter saying, we are not a bunch of alcoholics, we do not consistently drink all the time. P.S. Could you find a way of filling our swimming pool up with alcohol? So I will apologise, but as I say, you're letting yourself down there, mate. Just concentrate on actually being a good sportsman and all that. So what's been happening this week? Well, another sportsman, Andrew Flintoff, has been involved heavily in drinking alcohol. Apparently, Duncan Fletcher, the former England cricket coach, said Flintoff turned up to a training session so drunk that he couldn't even throw or catch. So I don't see what's wrong with people in important positions having a quick drink. I mean, I don't really see if there's anything wrong with that as such. I mean, some people just enjoy doing it, some others don't, you know, that's the way it is. Yeah, some people like to do it. So it is. That was a real bottle of Carlsberg Export Lager. So as I say, main message is people in positions of authority shouldn't drink, definitely. So there you go. Anyway, what else has been happening this week? Well, the royal family were put in charge of something the other day. The royal family it was Sunday, I read about in the newspapers. Apparently, a senior member of the royal family was involved in a blackmail case. Apparently, one member of the royal family has been involved in a sex and drugs story allegation. Apparently, it's suggested that a member of the royal family has been involved in having a sex tape made of them, sort of in a similar style to Jordan and Paris Hilton and all that bunch of slags. But I don't know. People say that the royal family doesn't offer much value, but I don't know, I'd like to think that. I think a good way to measure it perhaps would be, you know, when a football player, is he a good player or not? They loan him out. Perhaps if we loaned the royal family to another country for a while, and then we decided that, say for example, they do give value, then we can get them back in. So like if the other country's tourism rates increase and our tourism rates decrease, perhaps there is some value. So that'd be a good way to test it, I think. But I'll be honest, I have actually heard which member of the royal family it is who's involved in this sex tape thing. So, but I'm not going to reveal it. So don't worry, Prince Charles, you can sleep easy tonight. I'm not going to reveal it to you. So what else has been happening? Well, Gordon Brown was actually. I noticed Gordon Brown was at the rugby, the World Cup final a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure that try by Mark Cueto should have been given as a try. But there we go. Gordon Brown was at the match, despite the fact he's Scottish, supporting the English rugby team. Not sure why that is. But Gordon Brown actually in the past has advocated that there should be a Britishness Day or an Englishness Day, which should be tagged onto onto a current existing day. But I think the problem is that they could easily offend people. Because if you tagged it onto VE Day, you'd offend the Germans, and if you tagged it onto the day celebrating the winning the Battle of Trafalgar or Battle of Waterloo, something like that, you'd offend the French. So you're spoiled for choice, really, is my opinion. That's the way it is. So it's time for the Celebometer now. And who would like to get on the show this week? Well, Ian Bell, the England cricket player. I'd like to get him on the show because I was walking through our campus, Loughborough University, the other day, and I saw him. Saw Ian Bell, a genuine celebrity. Didn't have a chance to speak to him. That's just the way it is. And seriously, England cricket player, he is tiny. Seriously, he's like a little boy walking around. I've never seen anyone so small as him. Because he was stood next to these two really big people, and he just looked like a little child. That's the way it is. So it's time for headline of the week now. And headline, ironically, actually refers to 9 months, which is the length of the fish tank's been going. So it's not sure where it's from. It says drunks get 9 months in violin case. So I presume they've actually stolen a violin or something like that, as opposed to they're actually going to get locked up in a violin case for 9 months, which would be a bit harsh. I mean, you wouldn't be able to breathe and you'd be cramped up like a violin. So anyway, it's time now for quote of the week, which this week comes from a man called Peter Jones, who is a former old school commentator, and he says, "Arsenal have plenty of time to dictate the last few seconds." So if in the last few seconds of the game, they obviously haven't got plenty of time. Unless like it's a very, very, very short game, then relatively speaking, you might have a fair amount of time. So that's all for this week's show, and indeed this series. Obviously, 10 episodes in a series, so that's the whole series done now. So I'll be back next week with Series 5, obviously. So I'm sure we can't forget all the funny moments we've had in this series. Oh no, wait, actually we can. So there you go. I'll see you next week, guys. Goodbye.